Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I will give you a rebuttal for the government side of the house before I go to my case of the opposition team. So the government said that before it is immoral to do because it will create the consent of the customer. It doesn't exist anymore because they want to expose. When this merger happen, then it tends to expose their own data without saying it to the people, or just sharing the data of these people without this consent. I will say it is not true, because like in the very beginning of very beginning, before you download this application, there is a term of condition that all of the users that must pay attention and underline of that this is about when the thing about this, like before you download it, you can choose but whether to download it or not, or whether you agree with the term of condition or not. When you are not agree with it, you can just not agree. So you are already consent enough when you already download this application in the very first place. Like moving on to my step up, what is really mean about the merger of the acquisition in our case. In our team, this will say that a merger occurs when the separate entities like combine forces to create a new joint organization, like they mutually benefit for each other. And acquisition refers to there is a takeover of any entity by another in order to make a more profit for its own company, right? So I will say that in the world right now, the status quo is already enough that the mutual benefit for tech industry is really important, and it will create the fairness for its society. And because of this create the fairness, when this merger and acquisition will not happen, ironically, it will create the unfairness for all the people who live in the world right now. So when this merger doesn't happen, it leads to another problem, such as the one company and another company are competing each other to fulfill its maximum profit, right? So for example, and in their own, like in their own industry, for example, Gojek, for example, and Tokopedia, they competing each other to make a more profit for its own company. So the competition between the two companies is really harming the users, because they oftenly using the technology industry as their daily basis, right? Such as the Tokopedia as an online shopping needs, and the Facebook or Instagram as a social media needs because of this. And when the competition happen between this really important industry, like the media platform for our site that we use in our daily basis, it will create the unfairness for it will create the unfairness for the users, and the competition is really unfair in the very first place. So coming out to my core, with this kind of problem, we want that to resolve that with upholding the status quo as the way it is, and let the merger and acquisition to be happen, because we want to make all the user have a good rationality, make a good consent because of this merger, and make the effectiveness of the technological industry to make a faster, cheaper, and better facility to ensure the society even better. So our mechanism here is to support the merger and acquisition between the two technological industry in the very first place. So our stand here is clear. As an opposition, we will support merger and acquisition within the technological industry, such as Tokopedia and Gojek as integrating their shipping process, for example, and another company like Facebook for Facebook and buying Instagram, and Google with buying YouTube. So I think we will win this debate section when we already proving two things. First, why is it justified to do a merger between a tech industry? The second, why is it will bring benefit to all the actors that related with these circumstances? First, moving on to my argument, I have just one point of argument talking about justification. And it is justified to merge and acquisition on each other tech industry because first, it will create a win-win solution between the company and a customer. So let's take a look at the actor first. So for the customer and for the company itself, first that we will talking about the nature of the company is like basically the profit oriented, right? So with this basis for the company seeking the maximum profit by merging is justified to do, because when there is a competition, the competition will be happen. So the merger come with the solution that so that the company come to seek its maximum profit to develop themselves even better, like hiring more people and opening the working field, for example. So with this merger, it can seek the maximum profit for the society. Secondly, for the customer itself, when this merger and acquisition happen, it leads to the less competition between those two company, right? So because of that when there is no competition on each other, the company will not give the intervention because of the rationality of its buyer, like they will not utilize the rationality of the customer anymore, because the thing is like this, when this merger happened, because of the company become the institution, right? So like Gojek and Tokped becoming Goto, so they like a shipping process, for example, or just Facebook and Instagram to upholding their own data and other things, like then it leads to the toxic competition, like when this merger doesn't happen. So like it will utilize the customer rationality, like for example the Tokopedia and Gojek are same company as the way it is, that they come with their idea that they want to shipping and the buying things, like there is a competitor between that two. So because of this competitor, they want to maximize their own profit from their own company. So and then it will create the utilization for the users, like there is a discount, for example, to the customer, and it will because this is come with a two-way, and then it will create a utilization for the rationality of its customer. So and then comparatively, when this merger happen, customer will not get utilized anymore, but there is no toxic competition anymore between these two company. So that it leads to the rationality of the customer will be upholding in the very first place, and then we will create a better and faster and technological and in a technological industry, and it justified to do in its very process, and it beneficial in each other, that as the way it is that we want in upholding in our goals. So our goal in here will be achieved, and it will be creating benefit for all the people. That's all from me. Thank you.